I'm going gnome for Christmas this year. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw them and paint them in about 15 minutes. They are so easy to draw and paint. I think you're gonna love it. Now, we're gonna put him a little bit off center and give him a long hat with a big ball at the end. And then the next thing, you know, he's all about nose, hats, and feet. So we need a nice big beard, nose. And then I'm going to make a flowing curly beard. But you can make all different kinds of beards. And then he has big feet. That's basically it. He's going to be sitting on a little mound of snow. I'm going to use Frisket for the words. And gnomes have nothing to do with Christmas. So I chose to put some joy in there, which does have something to do with Christmas. Now, in order to do Frisket with a brush, you need to have some kind of bar soap. And since I use this brush cleaner's soap for all of my brush cleaning stuff, I use it for this as well. And I'm going to make it go all the way up because I want to dip it pretty far into the Frisket. It might help if you draw your letters first, just to get an idea of placement. I didn't do that this time. So we're going to have a joyful gnome. And then immediately rinse out your brush. And you can see none of the Frisket has stuck to it or messed it up. Now I have two grandchildren here today, and I am going to ask them what color they want this gnome to be.
A man beard.
An old man beard. How about you? What do you want?
A red dotted hat.
A red dotted hat. That sounds like fun. And then there is going to be a string that connects these and goes up to his hand. And I'm going to start with the background. I want a fairly dark background. It makes the letters stand out better, and I like the way it looks against everything. I think that brown goes really good with red, and so I'm going to give this guy some rust-colored clothing. Or maybe I'll accent it with gold. I'm going to have the light coming from the same way as the wind is coming. So this side over here will be darker. And we'll go towards gold on this side. Now we're going to do the red hat. And it's going to be darker at this side and on the bottom. And then I'll just add water as I go across. Dip my brush in the water, dry it on the sponge, and go over some more. And then do that again. And then it's still a red hat. That's a lot. It's got some 3D look to it. Now when you're painting small like this, it's better to have your paint a little bit darker and your brush a little bit drier. And we're going to get our pink hands too. I'm going to make this guy's beard gray and then do silver highlights to make it the old man beard. And brown shoes. Or should they just be rust? I think maybe brown. They should be brown. So I've just mixed some rust with some black to make a good brown. I'm going to give it a highlight at the top of the shoe just by lifting some paint off. Now this is an 01 micron. Now that micron worked great for the detail on the beard, but I kind of want the outline to be darker, so I'm going to try the Sharpie pen. Now we're going to take the frisket off of the joy. My favorite way to take frisket off is to use tape. But if your paper's wet, it'll take that off too. So you have to be careful. I can easily just paint that in again. Make sure your paper is all the way dry before you remove your frisket. This is a Tombow marker and it's permanent. It's a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna use it because I like the outline to be a little bit thicker than that other one. Nice thing about a little bit of a fatter marker is if you have any rough or uneven edges, which usually happens with frisket, you can straighten them out. And we're going to put some dots on here. Some big ones, some big ones, some medium ones, some tiny ones, some that are halfway off. And I'm going to wait till last because the marker that I have isn't permanent, and then color them in. Now, I just got introduced to the most fun stuff for Christmas cards. When I do regular painting, if I have something with gold, I do it with light and shadow. But for a Christmas card, it's just so fun to have some shiny paint. And so should we put silver in the beard and gold on the joy, or should we do silver on both? What do you think?
Silver on the beard and the pom-pom. And gold on the joy.
What do you think? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, silver on the pom-pom. And silver in the beard. We can make the snow silver too. Have more silver on this side. That's the light where the light's hitting it. You do have to get it good and wet. It dries more quickly than than regular watercolor paint. I got it really wet there, so I got a ton of it on, having it more spread out. Okay, you have to get this really wet so that it soaks up the gold and so that you have enough. And then we're going to make this joy gold. Let's give him a belt. You can give him the edge of a buckle. And you can put any kind of design or texture that you want on. Now we're going to color all these dots in and have darker red dots. I'm also going to put some of this red here. And then I'll just soften that marker since it's not permanent with some paint water. Spread it out a little bit. We're going to put some splatters of silver, and I'm going to do it with stencil brush. Gets your hands kind of messy, but it makes great splatters. And I want most of them to be on the blue, but some are going to go on the guy, the little guy. If you like this video, I'd love to hear from you, and I'd like to hear what color you would paint this gnome if you were painting it. Last but not least, I want to add some little lights. So I'm taking bleed proof white, putting it on my palette, and I'm just going to paint right onto the paper some little lights. Not too little, because I want them to show. And now that they're totally dry, I can paint them different colors. Just one swipe over top of the paint. Make that big giant one yellow. Light bright green. I'm just going to have 2 blue because I want the rest to be red. And then we're going to outline each one of them too. Allows us to correct the shape if it needs it at all. You do have to wait until your paint's dry. So like right there, my paint apparently wasn't. And then what you do is you just rub it off of your pen tip. If you go to all of this trouble and outline all of these little lights and stuff, it is probably going to take you past the 15-minute mark, but it's an awful lot of fun. If you're going for speed and you want to stick to that 15-minute mark, then you might want to just have the lights not be outlined. Aren't they fun? I just like looking at them. My grandkids like them too. I think these 2 shorter, fatter ones are my most favorite of them all. Thanks for watching, and I hope you go gnome for Christmas too.